Hello everyone, we're here today with a special edition from the franchise tag. We're here at the Jets Bears Flag Football Championship game. As you can see, lots going on behind me. Championship game coming later this evening and much more content, so stay tuned. Hello everyone, Skye Pank is part of the franchise tag with Henry Hodgson, NFL UK General Manager.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thanks for making the time.
Yeah, of course.
So, how are you enjoying today so far? Great event, obviously.
Amazing. Yeah, it's really cool to see these girls playing. I got a chance to see them when they first were being sort of trained and finding out about this program. That was in March on International Women's Day.
Yeah.
And to see the progress they've made and what they're doing here on the field, just how competitive and excited they all are. It's really cool.
It's really great. And I was sort of been looking at some previous articles you've been saying as well in terms of promoting the women's game going into the London games. Is there any insight you can give us on how you plan to sort of promote that?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if they know this yet, so we'll have to keep our voices down. But the opportunity is going to be for the winning team here to play against a girls' team from Germany.
Okay.
At Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, between the two games that'll be played at that stadium, and then we will also kind of honour them and recognise them on the field at one of the London games as well.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
Who doesn't love England versus Germany in sport?
Exactly,
It's a great affair.
Exactly, and really cool for these girls to get the chance to represent the country in that as well.
Yeah, and of course, from what I know in your new role, we've come up to a year now. There's been a lot going on. What are sort of the plans in terms of the next year? I guess more in terms of what we saw with Emmanuel Boye and him announcing, obviously, Tennessee, big news. You know, in terms of that player development, where do you see the sort of next 12 months? Do you see there being more big stories in that regard?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the NFL Academy is a really important program for us in terms of developing international athletes from the UK, from Germany, and from Africa, and in Emmanuel's case. So I think we'll continue to see the growth there, and we've recently hired a new head of the academy, a guy called Lamont Winston, who's coming in, worked in NFL player development, so really understands what it takes to make it to the top.
Yeah.
He's going to be working on everything we can to make the academy an even better and more kind of thriving community for developing international athletes. So I think that's one of the things. I think you're going to see a lot more flag. I think flag football is a huge part of what we do and what we will be doing going forward. So I think more opportunities for kids, more kids in general playing flag football. So yeah, a lot planned.
Yeah, and with flag football itself, events like this, they just increase the exposure. How much do you think that, these not just promote people to go into NFL, but there's a lot more teams like the Patriots, for example, have their first full-time scout female.
Yep.
Events like today, do they help promote not just going on to become a player, but other roles in the NFL?
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Obviously, the first female playing in the NFL is probably some way off. But there are so many other pathways, and I think the NFL has worked hard to open those up for women in the US. What's exciting is now that there are these girls and girls across the UK and Europe and the rest of the world, frankly, who are going to have those type of opportunities. So I think it's on us certainly to get girls participating and playing the game, but I think also show them that there are other avenues to be still part of the NFL.
That's down there. Look at that.
There you go. I missed it. We've got Phoebe here, who's coached the NFL, and we know what an amazing success she made of that. But there are pathways in all kinds of areas of the game, and I think that's really exciting.
And then finally, just on behalf of all NFL UK fans, I'd like to thank you for the 3 great games that we have. Amazing lineups. I'm not going to take the responsibility
but they're great games.
We want to keep it under wraps too. I mean, I was expecting Patriots v Saints, was the rumor I heard, but I have a friend who's a Colts fan, so we're excited for that Germany game, and I think the London ones are very, very exciting. Just one final question. We know that the Giants, as much as I don't like to talk about being a Patriots fan, when they first come to London, went on to win the Super Bowl. We haven't had a team come to London in the same season and go on to win it. Of the 6 that we have this year, do you think there's any who could go all the way? Make a case
I think if you look at them, like more than half of them were in the playoffs last year. So I think I think they all have a great shot at doing it. So I'm probably not going to make a prediction for you if that's what you're looking for. But I think
I sit on the fence all the time on the show,
between them
so that's
and
good.
Then obviously having in Germany having the Super Bowl champs. I'd actually be more surprised if they aren't. If it's an international team doesn't win the Super Bowl this year.
It's a high probability. So fingers crossed. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Anytime.
Really appreciate it, and keep an eye out for more content coming this evening. Hello everyone, we're here today at the Bears and Jets Flag Football Championship. We're here with special guests Erik Coleman and Phoebe Schecter. How are you guys both feeling today?
Oh, I'm so excited. I mean, you can just hear the atmosphere here. You can smell the barbecue food, more importantly.
I smelled that when I came in. Super excited. And yourself?
Oh, I'm very excited. The energy level here is great. It's great to see the girls out here competing, having fun, celebrating. It's beautiful.
And you've got a bit more of an investment. Not that I'm taking anything away here in terms of teams playing today. What do you think of the Jets' chances?
Oh, I think they have a great chance. You know, they're out here competing. I see the girls running by right now. It's awesome. And they're having a great time.
And in terms of these events, you know, obviously it's amazing for the growth of, you know, not just the NFL internationally, but just for women and girls. It's super empowering. What do you think events like this sort of mean for the future in terms of that growth?
Well, I think it's a massive statement from the Jets and the Bears to say, hey, we're coming over here as your international home markets, and we're going to invest in girls, in youth sports, because that's what this country needs. That's what these girls need, more opportunity to play sport, to be out here creating that kind of social setting within sport, and then just the confidence they're building from being out here. You know, I had the pleasure of being here only a few months ago when they started, and seeing them then compared to now. I mean, they're pointing, getting people lined up. We've got different defensive schemes being run. So this is major, and it's just only going to continue to grow and develop, and it's just an amazing first step.
Would you add anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great, you know, for girls to be involved in this game. My daughter plays. You know, and it's great because she got to see me play as a player, and she bounced around with sports trying to figure out what she liked. Then she saw the opportunity to play flag football, and it was like, oh, I can play what my dad plays, and to see a little bit of myself in my daughter,
that.
See the competition, see that competitiveness in her. It's wonderful.
Is she as hard hitting as you were as a player? I remember.
She put on
she put the pad. Okay. Hey, taught her well. That's the main thing. And then I've noticed one thing. I know I confessed before this interview, being a Patriots fan, keep that quiet. But the reason I mentioned that, we've had a full-time scout, first full-time female scout, which will be big news. As a fan, I'm super proud of that. I know people talk about obviously flag football and the growth of being, you know, these young girls getting into the game. But do you think also that interest transpires to other jobs as well?
Massively. I mean, just look out here right now. First off, the diversity. You've got some of our women coaching, some of our women playing. So you've obviously got some women officiating. There's so many roles within American football. It's not specific that you have to play. You might love rules and officiating's for you. You might love drawing the plays up and being creative in that way. So there's so many different roles. And yes, the Patriots, they've gone ahead and gotten a scout, which is a big step for them because they've not previously had many women within the building. So this is a great forward progress. I mean, the Jets as well have done a great job. Bears have scouts too now. So it's going to keep growing and developing where it's just the norm and we don't even have to talk about it.
Yeah, I think bias aside, the thing that the Jets and Bears have done is massive. And I think even as you spoke about the growth in 2 months already to have this event here today, it speaks volumes. And then in terms of, you know, flag football, in terms of the Olympics, we know that a few months ago, I believe in October in Mumbai, there's going to be the decision potentially. And then it could be LA 2028. You know, how do you think that as well is going to impact in terms of growing the interest if it does get the sign-off, fingers crossed, to be an Olympic sport?
It's going to be huge for growing the interest. You know, this flag football is a sport that everyone can play. And once people from different countries find out the rules, they figure out how to play, everyone can compete in this game. And I think it's going to level out the playing field and just grow the sport.
Yeah, I agree. And yourself, well, I know that you're a big player. How you feel about your own personal ambitions, you know? Maybe Olympics?
I hope that I'd be coaching the Olympics, not playing.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
You never know. But
Tom Brady played till 45.
True. We've got some pretty cool young talent behind us, so maybe they'll be involved in it. But, you know, it is, and you said it perfect there, it's leveling the playing field. Things like this level the playing field because coming in, girls, especially at like primary, secondary school, the playing field is level in the sense that it's not like they've been in some sort of football academy since they were 4. Yeah. So everyone's got equal opportunity to being great at this sport. And the leadership skills really stand out from the female perspective. And to be honest, some of them have a bit better body control at that age, you know, and they're really able to be creative out there on the field. But Olympics, you've got NAIA or JUCO in the States, you can go get an education. You can play for your country. We've got our European Championships this summer in Ireland. I mean, the opportunities to be involved in sport are endless, and things like this just show them that there's so much potential out there.
Yeah, that's amazing. And if you don't mind me digressing for 1 second, you know, being a tight ends coach formerly for the Bills, I'm really curious what you think about the draft pick with
Dalton.
Yes,
absolutely. Kincaid.
Kincaid.
Yeah.
The reason I've almost forgot his name is because I've been avoiding him on my Dynasty draft boards because of him being a Bills player. Sorry if you're watching, but I don't like to start players against my own team because then I'm conflicted. But I've got red zone on. But what do you think of the draft pick and the addition to the offense? Good weapon for Josh Allen.
A great weapon for Josh Allen. A great match to line up to kind of counter with Dawson Knox as well. You've got a big body tight end. That offensive scheme, you want to be able to have someone that can get in there and block and protect Josh, give him more time to make decisions, clear decisions out there. You also can add in almost like a lead block because we know Josh likes to run. So when you've got that opportunity to give so many more challenges to a defense, I think he's going to be a great addition. He seems like a really smart young man and already looks like he's going to fit in perfectly with the Bills culture.
I wish him all the best. I do genuinely mean that. And then the Jets, it'll be rude to not ask. Aaron Rodgers, what's the 2023 season looking like for the Jets? How are you feeling? Optimistic?
It's looking bright for us right now. The Jets already have one of the top 5 defenses in the NFL. They have a ton of skill position players. Look at Garrett Wilson, who was Rookie of the Year last year. Breece Hall, who was on pace to be Rookie of the Year last year before he got hurt. So when you add a quarterback into that mix, it's going to do nothing but help everyone on that team. He's got great leadership. He's won Super Bowls, MVPs.
Yeah.
He's towards the end of his career, so he's going to help out all the young guys. I think it's a great addition.
Yeah, I agree. I'm hoping to go to the Patriots-Jets game in New York, but we'll probably lose. And then maybe the Cowboys on the week after. I might be flying over for 2 losses. And then my final question, I'm just curious. We spoke about the Olympics. Myself, I'm early 30s now, but if I start putting the effort in, how do you feel about me potentially? What are my chances? Making a team?
Tom Brady played until he was 45. You've got every chance. Be out there, get playing, work on those Shakira hips.
Yeah. That's hips don't lie. Yeah. Okay. Salsa. Okay.
Yeah. I gotta see how you move.
Yeah. Maybe later on. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for the interview. It's been really great meeting you both. And yes, plenty more content coming from the franchise tag. So stay tuned. Hi, Skye Pank here, part of the franchise tag. As you know, we're here for the Bears-Jets championship game with NFL legend Shaun, who's very, very invested in the Bears. Oh, they're driving there. One question, big question. Obviously, as a Super Bowl champ, what advice would you give to the girls today?
Listen, the girls are playing hard. They're just giving up some easy points. When that happens, you got to regroup, get back to fundamentals. Deeper than deepest. Secondary is most important. Got to make sure that you don't give up that long pass.
Yeah.
If they can prevent that from happening, they have a chance to get back in this game and win it like they should.
And I heard one of the players say double up on number 2, so they got their tactics right, game plans in place. So one time you probably hear me say, just go Bears.
That's right.
Yeah,
go Bears. It's about execution. Go Bears.
Go Bears. Perfect.
Bears, please welcome your Bears Conference champions. It's Beaconsfield.
In the Girls Flag Football League domestically back in New Jersey. And we've seen it grow from 8 schools to 110 schools in just 2 years. So we know the viability of the sport. We know that it's a great sport and everyone deserves a chance to play. So for us to bring it out here to our international market in the United Kingdom, we were really excited and really pumped to be able to do this. So we wanted to find a partner who we thought could be just as excited as us. And that's when we came across the Chicago Bears. So we have a really great relationship with Gus and Matt. Myself and Jesse Lender, our VP of Community Relations. It's an initiative top down for us. It begins with ownership. It goes to the players, the coaches, the entire staff. There's buy-in fully. And I can say that on behalf of the entire New York Jets and the Chicago Bears. There's complete buy-in, and we're excited to see this sport continue to grow.
Amazing happening in Germany. And the winners of that tournament are going to be coming to the UK. They're going to be playing the winners of this tournament. But they're not going to be playing here. At the time that the NFL comes to the UK, the winners of this tournament are going to be playing the winners of that tournament in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They weren't here today, they're also going to be representing the UK in that very special match. So, let's meet them. They are the winners of the New York Jets Flag Football Conference, and they are the winners of the Jets Bears Championship. Your ultimate winners, please welcome to the stage, Erik Fields. Enjoy the scene in the middle. Okay, so here we go. Everyone has their medals. Coach is in. Who's doing it? Eric's doing it. Eric's bringing in the So, without further ado, wanna hand it over? Wanna hand it over? Get ready. Get ready. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. Please welcome your winners